Hey YouTube, Vinny here with another edition of Cap of the Week, and today we're going to look into one of my favorite models of all time, the 1978 to 1993 Milwaukee Brewers home and road caps. And this has probably one of the best logos ever made. It's simple, but it works. It's a ball and glove logo that was created by a university student in Wisconsin. And we'll take a look a little bit closer. You can see there's an M in the back, a B coming to intersect, and there's a baseball in there, and so you have the famous ball and glove logo. And apparently Major League rules say that you're not supposed to have a baseball in your logo, but you can even see behind the old Phillies maroon logo, so they tied in a baseball, so they're able to sneak them in. But anyway, looking into these two models, the one on your left is a road model they wore from 1978 to 1985, and the model on your right is the cap that they wore home during that period, and then home and road from 86 to 93. And so the one on your right is the throwback model that the Brewers currently wear one time a week. Hopefully that they'll make this the full-time cap. This is definitely one of the better caps out there. But let's take a look. Let's take a look at this first one. Look at the road cap. So these are original caps from that era. And you'll see that the front panels are gold, featuring the Brewers gold and blue. And you'll notice these are nylon panels. So these are the trucker panels. In earlier videos, I talked about the Brewers. I talked about the Blue Jays and the Expos having those trucker panel caps. The Brewers also did too for this era. Otherwise, it's a 100% wool cap, as you see back here. Fully embroidered ball and glove logo. We flip it to the other side and we take a look. We have the Kelly green underbrim, which was used on all the Brewers caps back in those days. And then we have the leather sweatband, which I was very pleasant to see because they were one of the teams that use leather. I've also seen some of these models that have cloth sweatbands, so maybe they interchange 1 year here, 1 year there, or they fully switch to cloth at some point. But otherwise, it holds the shape very well. These are one of the older tags, if we can get in there. New Era Pro Model, and then size 7. So it's really one of the more older caps. I would probably date this to around 1980, to 1984, something in that time period. But the one good thing about having a leather sweatband is that the cap really holds true to size in that it doesn't shrink. Cloth sweatbands tend to shrink, especially if they're wool models, versus the leather sweatbands, they tend to hold their shape. So if you do have an oversized cap that's leather sweatband, you might be out of luck in trying to size it down. And then we take a look at the home cap. It's pretty much the same construction. One thing I noticed is that the ball and glove logo is a little bit bigger here. I'm not sure if New Era, for whatever reason, just decided to create it bigger when they moved on. But also a leather sweatband, Kelly green underbrim, also a leather sweatband. If you notice to your left, you'll see the old Major League logo. We've seen Diamond Collection, Authentic Collection. Before, it used to just say Official Licensee Major League Baseball, and you see the size as well. And so pretty much it's the same cap. So the Brewers, I would date this because it has the MLB logo, probably 1985, 1986. So the Brewers definitely were one of the last teams, along with the Padres and also the Chicago White Sox, to use leather commonly on their caps. Definitely one of the better logos out there. I plead with New Era and the Milwaukee Brewers, make this your full-time logo. This is definitely one of the better caps out there. And the Brewers had a really good color scheme with the blue and gold. They should own that and go back to that. No offense to the current logo, but this is just simplicity at its best. It's creative and it works. Anyway, have a good week, everyone. See ya.